Quick tutorial here on using Shopizer's API. So when you search for the API, all of e-commerce API that are provided by Shopizer are exposed on Swagger Hub. And currently you can see this is, it exposes here, you can visualize all API for Shopizer version 2.5.0. So YAML format. And on the right side you can see all the API, so you can look at all the functionality, well, whatever the e-commerce functionality, you can do it using the API. So this tutorial is going to show you how to use how to authenticate yourself in Swagger to use some of the private API, which means the API that require authentication, like this one, like performing the creation of a category, creation of products, browsing users, and many of the API requires a user to be logged on at a different level. So the easiest way to do that is to run a version of Shopizer locally or on a server like I have. I'm running right now this one on the default port 8080, and I'm going to perform an authentication using the user API. So first thing, I'm going to use the API for login. Try this out. And default username is admin and default password is password. So click on execute. I get a status code 200, which means it works. And I got the token that is returned for me, like I can use on subsequent requests. Just going to copy this token, and then I'm going to go up and click on the authorize button, and I'm going to type in bearer like this, B uppercase EARER space and the token I received. I'm just going to make sure that everything is fine here. Okay, so I'm going to click on authorize, and there you go. From now on, you can test everything public and private API. So let's do a quick test. Let's say, for instance, I want to get a list of all the users for a given store. I'm going to try this API, and it requires, as you can see here, private requires authentication. So I'm going to try that. Default store, which is the default one created out of the box. Click on execute and get a status code 200 and get a list of users